This is Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Still no purified water. Strange. Thought we've,
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
Respawn.
Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
It's odd. Yeah, I don't even have purified water either. Strange.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
That's it. Strange.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet.
Oh my god. What? No way. That is a lot of damage. It's crazy. Oh, that's cool. Pretty cool. Reflex on it as well. What's my weight at? Surprisingly, it doesn't weigh too much.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Oh yeah, I need to defend Nordhagen.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
It's a little chilly. Just a little bit. Just a little chilly. Huh, odd. That's the same gun that I have on me right now. Wait, did that... I think that launched him. Oh, there they are. I missed. Of course I did. Pretty good weapon.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Right. Yeah, I'll do that first. Where is it? Ah. Oh. Man, it's been a long day. Been a long day.
There's been panic about the new thing floating in the sky.
I thought it was one of Tinker Tom's aliens.
Aliens are real.
Enough! The blimp is called the Pridwin, and it's operated by the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood of Steel are a formidable, highly advanced order, and they've come here to destroy Synth. Shit. Spread the word. The Brotherhood are our enemies. There's no possibility of peace. Tinker Tom will be spearheading a fail-safe plan to deal with this Brotherhood. Codename Red Glare. But for now, we monitor them and keep them clear of our operations. The focus remains on the Institute. You've all got jobs to do. Do them. I have a report here. It reads more like a comic book. Apparently, one hell of a fight took place at Green Tech Genetics.
You people are damn nosy.
Nosy keeps us and you alive. I'm all for one less courser in the world, but I need to know why you killed him.
I needed a courser chip. I need the code on it.
You have one of their chips? Intact? Follow me. Now. Decoding a courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong.
Randolph
The
Safe
least
House has been
is losing
MIA
the
since
data.
Switchboard.
Fortunately,
Now,
we have the
got one of
right
your dead drops
info.
tagged.
Hey,
Des wants you to check it out.
Tom,
I hope this means Randolph is safe.
It'd be nice to get... Once you take care of...
you've hit the jackpot with this. Hand over the chip. Let's see what's on it.
Here you go.
All right, Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Corsa chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you. We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little. What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together.
Memory hiccup.
Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard, I got you. Software in. Come on. Show me that sweet bass. Come on, baby. Yeah, we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
And Agent, I hope that helps you as much as you've helped us. Good work.
Yerp, no problemo. No problem. Just doing what was necessary. Now, the final adjustments.
My rad counter is spiking. We may want to move.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
Nah, I just went out for a little stroll. Thought I'd stop back and say hi.
It's a good thing your survival and my humanity aren't at stake. Otherwise, I might be annoyed by your attitude. But, fine. I shouldn't have doubted you'd come back. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
Your confidence is staggering.
I'm just saying, I can't guarantee it'll work, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Right. Well, first off, I need Sturgis at the castle. He does not need to be at Sanctuary. Boy, oh boy.
You came to visit. I almost thought you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. There's a gate, there's... Okay. Where is Sturgis? Sturgis. Where is he at?
Get the show on the road.
Not here. That's called door. That's juicy. That's what took. Don't need what took. Where the fuck is Sturgis? He's somewhere out here. That's machine.
Axes to grind. Hell, I have a ton of them.
Now that's good stuff.
Might be in here.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of caps.
Right. Where the fuck is? Wait, is that him? Nope, that's Company. Big disappointment. Now, how did you get in here? Sorry about that. If that was a little bit of a ear rape. My bad. There he is. Jeez. Ooh, and bless him.
You ought to be careful. I can fix most things, but people don't fix so easily.
I need to get you to Sanctuary. We're not Sanctuary, the castle.
I just want to trade a few things.
Can it wait?
Nope. Alright, how much fertilizer? Ooh. Nice. Very nice. Is that all? Well, looks like it. Oh, I do need the rubber though. I need that rubber. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, shit. I am still forgetting one more thing. One more thing. It's not a major thing, but I do need it. Boom. And I'm off to the castle. Ouch. 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 Ouch.
Let's do this. Out here, we gotta take things one day at a time.
What's going on?
Hey there.
What do you need, General?
I need help. We need to build a device that can get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix.
Just gotta wait for him to do his thing.
Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Oh, is that him? Yep, that's him.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow. What a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
It's real. I got it from an ex-Institute scientist.
Seriously? I didn't know you could be an ex-Institute anything and still be breathing. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't thank me yet. I think I got the gist of it, but it's gonna take some time to work out the details of some of the hairier sections. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Yeah, it should be easy. It's the matter of building it is what's going to be the issue. Before we do anything else, I need to see if we have the proper materials. Do I have a military grade? Circular board. Do I have that? Yes, I do. Okay, next, do I have a fiber optic thingamajigger? Do I have that? That's what we're looking for. Where is it at? Not seen it yet.
Yeah, you didn't hear.
11 a.m. here at Radio Freedom, the voice
Biometric
of the
scanner is
Minutemen.
what I'm looking for.
Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
There it is. Biometric scanner. Awesome.
Get it?
We have everything.
Go get it.
Hey, Sturgis.
How's it going?
No,
Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Well, until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything
Sorry
else
if
we're
you
gonna
guys hear
need.
that.
I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Right, so prime issue is the power. It's the main issue here. Jeez. Chomping on that thing like it's going out of style. That's not everything, but it's almost ready. Yep, that's everything. Good. Wait, do I don't have a lot of stuff in my inventory, so that's good. First, grab a few things before I leave.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 12. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there.
Let me take the fertilizer to Red Rocket. Wow. Oh. That's overwhelming. Oh my God. Jeez. For those that do not like crunching, I am terribly sorry for your ears. But just try to ignore it. His job is an adorable big dog.
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Yeah.
Cold feet. I don't blame you. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. By the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute, and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes.
What's going on?
It's me.
Father?
Your dad.
Father!
I'm here, Sean. Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Damn it. Sean! Open the door!
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son. come on!
That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod, and when searching for the sun, you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available,
I hope you guys are understanding what he's saying.
But it had all become corrupt.
I mean, I do. I just want to know if you guys do. If not,
Wasteland. Radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that
After what I've seen, I pity the man. He was as much a victim as anything.
After what he did to you, I'm shocked you would be so generous. But yes, I understand you've experienced things. Perhaps you ended up knowing him better. I, for one, will never truly forgive him. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. Institute technology prolonged his life, and he never failed. I won't lie. What else can I...
So you're in...
I am the acting... the Institute.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I do?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to... The Institute is... I've been a part, and now...
Uh-huh. Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth.
Well, except for the occasional blowing up cars and explosions and guns and bullets.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that.
Uh-huh.
I hope that you can... I simply... We really do. Will you take...
Mm-hmm. I just don't know.
Just give it time. The Institute, you want to introduce...
Sure.
And finally...
Cool. Don't care. Alright, now what to loot? Loot. For some of you that wanted to listen to the rambling of my character's son, I, for one, do not. Because that is pointless to listen to. But yes, I am in the middle of doing a quest, so for those that are not familiar with... Did I just... Okay, that's weird. For those that don't know what quest I'm on right now, it's been a while. I've been playing a little bit by myself. I've been... I am at the quest where I get inside the Institute. Right now, I'm just trying to see what to get.
Is it true?
Bet it's pretty boring down here compared to up there.
Discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Sure. Let's take a look.
I'll take those for collection, not to eat.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Oh, well, I'm not. So, good luck with that.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job.
This, for example, as you can see, is a synth. A synthetic being. Which may appear to be human in human skin, however, it's just a machine. It's not really human.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
It has the emotions and the
authorized personnel only.
emotions of a human, like as far as actions, verbal language, and all that. However, it does not mean
Remember
that
to
it's
keep
human.
unnecessary power consumption.
It is a person, but it's not a human. It's not a living organism. It is a machine in skin. I'm trying to find where the damn store is. Is this it? Yes.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist
Sean
you today?
explained is a synth.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Is made up of synthetic organics, which makes the advanced synth, which is Gen 3, a Gen 3 synth. Some of them are actually out in the world. Some of them you've already met, but you just don't know it. And those synths are ones that one of them you either eliminate if you're in the Brotherhood, or you just kill them by choice if you know they are a synth for effect. However, some of them have an effect on future quests, so be sure that you are, comfortable with killing quest characters or quest NPCs. I, however, do them all first and then kill. But I don't do that anymore. I did that with my Brotherhood of Steel character. I'm selling that. Simply because that was the role for my character, was to kill any synth for the Brotherhood, because that's what the Brotherhood stands for, and that was their mission the whole time, was to destroy any synths. That is the mission of the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm gonna get this fucking caps back one way or another. Ooh, wait.
Good to see you.
While I'm at it, go ahead and get these things.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Cool. I already did that, but okay. Right, what was I gonna do? Yes, I was gonna show you guys how it all works. This is bioscience. This ain't it. I'm gonna see if I have access to it. If not, then I can't show you. If I do, then I can show you. Certain ones I am only allowed to have access to. You have to go in a circle in order to remember where it is. Robotics. I think it's in robotics. Am I allowed? Yes, I am. Now, I don't know if it's going to fully allow me to do so, but this will clear up anything of what you did not understand what Sean was talking about. This will clear it all up.
You're here. Glad you made it.
If it were just a limb twitching,
so
her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movement.
That is a body that you see, the muscle construction. This they put human or whatever, however they make these, skeleton, the skeleton of a human. And then they go through the process of putting them together
Why can't it have
into a body.
And Imbecile has a soul.
Now, as you know, as a skeleton, or when you die, once you die, your muscles and everything, organs, all that is disintegrated into dust when you die and turns into a skeleton. However, this is like more of a reverse psychology, or a reverse thing. I almost said psychology when it's not.
Please proceed directly to processing.
This, as you can see, is the body of the synth. This is the second stage of making one. Now, they're go in the process of reviving it. think it's going to happen. Yep. See, when it does that, you notice the change of color in the body. That's what it's doing. It's reviving the body. The body's organisms, cells, organics, and the mechanical side of it. And when they're done, they shove them into this liquid that transforms them into what you see now. Cool as it may be, it's also dangerous.
Welcome. Please, step this way for processing.
And that is a
Mankind redefined. It's catchy, isn't it?
Now, this is why I don't like the Institute. I mean, yes, it's cool.
We're quite fortunate to have this.
However, it's wrong, in my opinion. It's very wrong. I don't like it because they are making it a synthetic being and replacing them with whoever they want. And there are people in the world that have been replaced by synths. They have been killed, or they were killed naturally by something, and they weren't murdered by the Institute. The Institute replaces, or sometimes replaces, people with a synth to basically, for example, to report whatever is happening within that area. And I need to go in this area anyway. And that's how they operate above ground. Now, the Institute's affection, in my opinion, is evil. But that's only because they are led by a person
Nothing. At this
that
point,
does
she's just doing it.
twisted things. Now, if it was under different leadership, and if they really had the human race's best interest in mind, then they would not be doing this. They would not be conducting the FEV virus.
Whoa. That was productive.
Now, it's no longer being productive and going through experimentation anymore because Dr. Brian Virgil has fled the Institute, the one that we just met, which is in a super mutant form because of the radiation, or the FEV.
Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma emitters.
So that is why Virgil didn't want to go back, because that's where he came from, and Kellogg was sent to kill him. And eventually, if Kellogg couldn't, if anything were to happen to him,
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface.
they would have sent a courser after him.
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. Well, I'm sure Father is very happy that you...
Uh-huh. Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours.
Uh-huh.
I've been told to install... You're to be given...
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else...
Sure.
Now, unless...
Right. I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
One day, I'll design a more efficient...
And that's another thing. That's what a Gen 3 synth is. Gen 3 synth is basically a machine masquerading as a human being. That's what it is. Now, as real and convincing as it may be, don't let it fool you. Some of them are not manufactured memories. Some of them are actually, they make their own memories. But these synths are basically a tool in the hands of the Institute. Now, that is bad, but it's better than them being out in the world and replacing people. Now, there are synths that have finally gained free will to do what they please. For example, Far Harbor. There are synths, a refuge of synths that are out there that do not have memories of their own. Their memories are what's there right now. And that's their own memories. They don't have other memories manufactured into their brain or into their manufactured brain. No. All of that that only happens if a human being already is being replaced by that synth with those memories. Basically what the process does is it replaces, they kill the human that they are going to replace.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs.
And what they do is after they kill that human being, they replace it. Let me start over. They take memories from that person's brain and replace those memories into the synth. Then the synth becomes that person.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning?
However,
Can you not see the grime and dust?
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Wow. And these are the first generation synths. Really ugly machine looking synths. Basically, that's what they are. Other than that, that's what a synth is. Now, not all synths are bad. People make synths out to be the bad guys. They're not. Some of them are actually good people. I mean, good machines. I call them people because some people may agree or disagree with me. Why does it keep saying up? Why does it keep saying up? Okay, I see. I hate to find a computer. I was so distracted by looting that yeah. Well, anyways, so I need to activate that quest. There we go.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
This is... I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by all kinds of things right now, so... It's kind of bothering me. Just a teensy bit. Where is the holotape? Network scanner. Initiate. Scan complete. Eject. There we go. But not all synths are bad. Some of them are actually good, and those you can choose to kill or don't kill. It don't matter. I mean, they're synths and machines at the end of the day. I mean, but if you're a moral person and take that into account, that's you. Me, I see them as machines. They can be a person, but at the end of the day, the truth of it is that they are machines. And that will not change. That will not change. They are machines in human cells, with human cells and skin. But inside and where they were born was in a lab. And that's that. That's the truth of it. Can they be a person? Yes. I believe that wholeheartedly. I do believe that. That's the whole purpose of a synth. Now, the weird thing is that I can't drink this water. Wait, did it just allow me to drink? Oh, no. Okay. Wait, this is... Oh, okay, it's talking about that. But a synth can be a person. Yes. That can be. A synth can be a person. However, a synth, again, is not a living being. It is a machine that was born in a laboratory. And in a cold laboratory at that. I know temperature has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
that's pretty much what I believe
I've
is.
been reviewing Father's
That's-
plans to expand our operations.
There's nothing that can change my mind that
So I've had to put
is
everything else to one side.
I wonder
that
how
is
the Warwick
not
family is
just a
doing.
machine.
Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have
Some
more
people
than enough
do
to
not.
occupy
Some of these
ourselves here.
people in the institute do
Those
not
people
understand
are the
how
last
evil
remnants of a dying
this
past.
is.
It's best not
Some
to
of them
dwell on the subject.
They're still
do,
people,
but they
and they're
don't
suffering.
care because they are under the
at least
guidance
admit that. It's
of
incredible.
their director, which
After
is
all,
their leader.
how can we hope to redefine
Which
mankind
is
if we
why
can't even hold on
this
to our
path
own
that
humanity?
they've been taking.
Well, that's a
makes
question
them
best left to our
evil.
colleagues in the
It
robotics
makes
division.
them the bad
Yes,
guys.
well,
And I do agree
suppose you're right.
that they are evil by going down the path that they've been going down
It's great to
in
have
the
you.
recent years.
Hi, Doc. Welcome.
Now,
So good to have you
this
here.
faction has
Dr.
been
Clayton
around
Holdren,
a lot
head of the
longer
Bioscience Division.
than
I can't
anybody
wait
else.
for you to see
They've
the
been
work we're
around.
doing. It's
I
truly
think
amazing.
what the records showed in the in-game lore is they have been around since the pre-war era. They have been around here like long before the bombs fell.
I look forward. In that case, as the name implies, are most important. To that end, we've even started. You probably
Now,
saw the gorillas.
Would the Institute be the best chance of humanity's survival? Yes, it would be if they weren't after trying to make humans better and improved.
It's all right.
That
Seems
would
like
be
hard work. I'm sure I've taken.
That would
I'm
be
not sure how
good.
well I'll fit in.
Great. In any.
You mentioned medical care.
In that. Doc, you won't.
Sorry, I'm trying to ignore that talking because there's too much talking on this fucking game. Like, I mean,
Holder's
they're
synth
even
gorilla
trying
project
to
is showing
remake
promising results.
animals with synthetic organics. That is a synth. That is, in fact, a animal synth. Not lying either. Now, in Nuka World, they're not synths. Those are actual animals that have not been affected by radiation. But these guys were made in the laboratory. And therefore, they're not real. They're not, well, I mean, they're real walking objects, but they're not a living thing. They are a machine. Now, does that make me necessarily bad to say that? No, that's just the truth. Some people will disagree. I understand that. I understand that fully well, and I know why. But whether you face the truth or not, that is the factor
I'm seriously
of them.
robotics to knock some heads together.
Sir.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Marketing package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Please don't.
Oh, well, I would be proud if you
pretty
get
much all the
out of my way.
You going
Thank you.
soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Now, they are trying to help the Commonwealth, even if it is in their own twisted way. They do have some humanity's best interest at heart. However, they're doing it wrong. They are doing it all wrong. What they're doing is the wrong way of going about it. But, like I said, if they were led a little bit differently,
constant vigilance is vital to preventing synth escapes.
Then things would be different. Things would be a lot different.
So, here you are. Justin Ao, acting director. I'll be upfront with you. Despite your relation, I'm sure you are.
I guess we'll find out.
Indeed. Now, Father, our primary...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths...
Certainly. The results could... Our main instrument, coursers, they are highly self. But I gather you know. In fact...
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more... Now, unless...
Now, if you haven't
I'd
played
like to
the
know
game
more
already...
about the synth reclamation.
Fine. Once a course...
Sure.
Whoops. I broke the game.
In those cases where the... all too often...
There we go. Okay, so... your character has in fact been in the military during the pre-war days. Or not pre-war, but during the days where the Commonwealth was not bombed. And there wasn't nuclear war. He was in the military. Your character is. The male character was in the military. The wife, the female character, was a lawyer, or it was either a lawyer or something that involved with the law. But your character was in fact in the military, which he has gained combat experience. He's fought in the war. Now, moving past all that, you see these terminals, these surveillance screens? These screens you might recognize. Do you notice how they're viewing them? And this has been proven too. Not on... I didn't have proof personally for me. However, there is a video on Oxhorn that shows proof that this is in fact correct. And I will tell you exactly why this is being shown. Notice that? That was a side picture of Vault 111. And part of that, to the right side of the screen, was Vault 111, the platform of it. That was Sanctuary just now. But it moved on to a different
Father's
screening.
work has been a real inspiration for me.
Now, those screenings are coming from not cameras. There are cameras built into these,
full capacity.
but they're not cameras. They are ravens, and some of them are actually seagulls. Now, you see those around the Commonwealth a lot, on the ground, in cities, even in Diamond City.
Mankind redefined.
are basically spies of the Institute. That's what those are. As crazy as it may seem, that's what they are. And it's, to me, it's amazing, but at the same time, it's creepy. Because now you know that you're being watched, like, from everywhere. So there is no place for you to hide. Because all those birds show your location of where you are. And that of itself is truly terrifying.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Now, if I were to say whose technology was more advanced and strong, I would say the Institute between, without a doubt, between the Brotherhood and the Institute. The Institute has more advanced stuff, technology. The Brotherhood hoards technology, while the Institute makes their technology. And see, that's really the only difference between the two of them. However, the Institute does collect some of their fair share of technology. However, they don't really hoard it because they already have it. The Brotherhood, they have technology because they hoard it from people that would misuse it or abuse technology. That is a very noble cause from the Brotherhood, but the way that they deal with situations, I do not agree with. That's why in this game, I have no idea what the fuck's wrong with him, but
even though I'm a synth, Alan and Liam have made me feel like a part of their family.
It's just, they're both so advanced, yet both of them are, neither one of them are good. Brotherhood has been good guys in the past, but in this playthrough they are kinda, I wouldn't say evil, but they're not good or bad. They're more of a neutral kind of faction.
Excuse me, Doctor.
It depends on what you believe is good and what is bad. I think they're neutral. They don't, the way that they neutralize or
They weren't kidding.
go after
really
their objectives
well, all right.
is wrong.
I'm Allie Fillmore.
But
you
what
can
they
think of me
do
as the Institute's chief engineer.
with everything
When Father
else
told us about you,
is
I could hardly
right.
believe it. You've been through
But
so much. I think most people would have just
the
given
ideology
up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that
is
kept you
the
going
definition
all
of
that time?
fascism. They are fascists. They are a fascist faction. And that is what bothers me. Back in Fallout 3 and the other Fallouts, they were not bad. They were not a bad faction. They were actually a good faction in some games. This one truly breaks my heart because I love the Brotherhood of Steel, but their ideals are a fascist. It's bad. Is basically what I'm saying. But they have done a lot of good, but they've done a lot of wrong. So they've had a fair share of wrongs and rights.
I just wanted to find my...
Now that you've found him, I hope you... Now,
So
as you might guess, we keep the... we maintain it. There's
it's
a lot
neutral. Would I wipe the Brotherhood of Steel off the face of the planet or the face of the map? No. No.
Absolutely.
There are some
Take it.
good.
If there's anything else you'd like to...
There are some good.
I'm good for now.
Goodbye.
Uh-huh.
There is some good in the Brotherhood of Steel. However, the ideology is misguided on it, they are still good people. There's still some good people, And then there are just some that are just misguided. And that's it. That's all there is. I'm gonna get out the Institute because I don't want to be here anymore. It's boring, there's not explosions, there's no gunfights. Yeah, it's boring. If you like the Institute, if you like the Eggheads, that's fine. Me, I don't like them. Simply because they're evil. The way that they do things is evil. The research that they conduct is, some of it's evil, some of it's good, but the rest of it, evil. And their leader is evil. Now, if you're replaced as the director,
easy living, this ain't.
you can lead them down a different path. Because because then you are the director of the Institute. Spoilers, by the way. Sorry if you were expecting spoilers in this one. But if you were made as the director and you accepted that, then yes, you would bring them down a different path. One that wasn't filled with so much bloodshed, so much violence. That would be good. That would be good for the Institute. It would be a good change for them. But the problem is that they're so used to it that some of them will disagree with what you do. And everyone even in the game has their own opinions, but really what really matters is helping people, not trying to improve humankind as a species. The Minutemen, in my opinion, are the best hope. Even though they don't have advanced technology, they don't have the means of producing a research facility, of making a disease, like curing a disease, basically. For example, they don't have that type of technology. They're not like that. They are a revolutionary militia. They are a militia. That's what they are. Their ideals are very different than anybody else's. The Brotherhood is a military. No doubt about it. They are a military. They run under a strict ethics of what a military would normally run under. Ranks, loyalty, respect, and a code. They have their own codes. And that is what a Brotherhood is. That is what the Brotherhood is. In the Codex, they have rules. The Codex are the rules. Whatever is written in the Codex, the Brotherhood soldiers, scribes, and any kind of Brotherhood position you are in, you have to abide by those Codex. You have to abide by the Codex rules, and that is what forms order within the Brotherhood of Steel. Like, for example, if someone in the Brotherhood does not like the